Hey everyone! So I was doing my morning read slash going through YouTube new videos on like bipolar and things like that, and I came across this one that a radio host had a conversation with some woman. The woman had bipolar disorder, and she was explaining to the radio host how bipolar is a real thing for her, and it's a struggle. And this guy has some serious opinions on it that I thought I would share with you, and I'm going to give my opinion on his opinion. So let's just listen for a second.
Hey, I'm, feeling PMSy or whatever, like that's not necessarily how it works. And I think that, and I know that you're, well, at least sounding from what you've been saying, that you're also not familiar with mental illness in the same capacity that I am.
Anjali, I'm very skeptical. And okay. I got to tell you, if you haven't been told, I will tell you. I think bipolar is like the latest fad. Everybody and their brother is getting diagnosed with bipolar. And last time I checked, we all...
Let's pause there for a second. Everybody and their brother is being diagnosed with bipolar. First of all, severely fucking ignorant statement. Second of all, that is completely not true at all. There are 6 different types of bipolar disorder, okay? So that may be a reason why you think everyone is being diagnosed with bipolar, but that is not the case at all. In fact, it takes many people years of misdiagnosis to actually reach their real diagnosis of bipolar, and even that sometimes is not their full diagnosis. Bipolar is just the tip of the iceberg of someone's problems.
All have good days and we all have bad. And I don't consider that an illness, and I don't consider it a disability.
We all have good days and we all have bad days. I don't consider that an illness or a disability. He's right. We all do have good days and bad days. What he doesn't understand, and what he fails to grasp completely, is that for people who are suffering with bipolar, we get the extremes of those bad days and those good days. The extremes of the bad days can be agitation, anger, manic episodes, hypomania, self-harm, acting out, just feeling like you're completely walking on eggshells. Opposite side of that, on a good day, you can still be hypomanic, manic, overly happy. People think almost like you're high on drugs when you're not. You just have an excess amount of energy that a normal person wouldn't have. That goes back to our homeostasis and how people with bipolar do not stay on the normal homeostasis line. We are constantly up and down below the homeostasis line.
That is very true. However, there are people that have the extremes of that. So they have their bad days are beyond you cannot get out of bed. Not because you don't want to.
What were these people called 25 years ago?
These people 25 years ago were called manic depressives. And people like this ignorant fuck, Tom Sullivan, would have probably had us all locked up in a fucking room and experimented on us and done electric shock therapy, which, by the way, is still done in places like London and the UK, I believe. And they believe it's a very effective treatment. Anyone tried to fucking shock me, and I tell you, I would be putting up the biggest fucking fight I've ever put up in my entire life.
Well,
before they came up with this bipolar diagnosis, I just...
Nobody came up with the bipolar diagnosis. The term has changed to be more fitting to the actual diagnosis. Manic depressive is not, it just describes the symptoms, it's not really like a name for the actual illness. Bipolar disorder is the name for the illness. Manic, mania, hypomania, depression, depressive tendencies, irrational thoughts, those all fall under bipolar.
think it's something's made up by the mental health business just to be able to give people prescriptions and keep them coming in and keeping you paying them money.
Something made up by the mental health companies to keep you coming in and keep you paying them money. This one, I can't even believe. Because while I was in the mental hospital, it seemed like nobody gave a shit. In fact, they gave me one of the cheapest medications that I've ever been on. So, like, I just, like, I can't stand these ignorant people, especially someone like a radio host whose voice is out there every day. Like, you are spreading pure fucking ignorance, Tom Sullivan. Shut your fucking mouth. Like, you don't even know what we go through. But it's so fucking easy for you to sit there behind your little fucking microphone, not staring that woman in the face, and tell her that her fucking years and years of struggle from the time she was 17 till 30 are unjustified. Like, I want to punch you in your face, just so you know. I'm gonna actually do some more research on who the fuck this guy is. Because this is, like, honestly one of the most visceral reactions I've gotten to a video. So, I'm just gonna go back to the beginning here. So if you want to check out this video yourself, this is it. It's called By Secular Talk, Radio Host, Bipolar Disorder Isn't Real. So you can check that out for yourself on YouTube if you want. I didn't play the whole thing, I just played like the little interview that the one radio host had with the woman. But, yeah, I definitely think you should look into this. And if you don't know anything about bipolar, then please, like, just withhold your statements, your judgments, your labels, your stereotypes. Just keep them to your fucking self. And pick up a book. Or read something on the internet that's actual, like, from a real source and not just someone else's opinion. Because it's so horrible to me that, like, people with mental illness have to go through not only the struggle with the illness, but people telling them that they're not sick or that they don't have an illness or that they can control it. And that is completely not the case. Like, would you be telling that to someone with cancer or diabetes or someone who just broke their leg? Like, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't fucking ever think about saying those things to them. And they're sick and ill too. So don't put us in a different fucking category just because our illness happens in our brain where you can't see it. I'm sorry that my brain doesn't fucking have an explosion every time my mania happens or my ears don't start bleeding. You know, like, there aren't physical fucking signs. That doesn't mean that it's not there or I'm not fucking that I'm making it up. I don't want to be like this, okay? I want to have a normal life. I want to live a happy life. I don't want to fucking go out to a restaurant, have a mild, you know, escalated moment, and all of a sudden a new waitress comes along because she's scared shitless of me. Like, I don't want people to feel like that. And it's people like this guy who are spreading those lies, who are making our struggle that much more difficult. So please, I am begging you, stop spreading the ignorance. Just educate yourselves. Stop taking what other people say as the truth. Stop taking what you hear on the news as the truth. What you read in the paper as the truth. All news broadcasting companies like CNN, Fox, all fucking newspapers like the Ottawa Citizen and all of those, they are all swinging one way or another. Their opinions are biased. Okay? Biased. I just want you to have an open mind. Learn and think for yourself. Don't just accept what society throws at you as the truth. Because trust me, most of the time, what society throws at us as the truth is complete and utter bullshit. Until next time, stay strong, and remember, you're never alone.